hard to not have your stomach turn reading it. In the arrest report, JSO officers that responded detailed that the baby's ribs were protruding from its body with its stomach caved in. And in the arrest report, it also says that medical officials noted the baby was extremely malnourished, weighing just around 7 pounds. And for some comparison and context, according to the CDC, the average weight of a 5-month-old boy is typically around 16 pounds, over double of that. The arrest report says, upon investigation, JSO was also given surveillance video showing McGowan abusing this 5-month-old boy, hitting him repeatedly, among other acts, in the clubhouse of her apartment complex just days before the child's death. Action News Jax's law and safety expert Dale Carson is a former FBI agent and police officer with decades of experience. He says this report paints the picture of a woman incapable of controlling her emotions.
Clearly, the behavior of the mother in this case is, well, it's tragic is what it is. I mean, it clearly is someone who has no ability to control her emotions, no impulse control.
Tanaya McGowan in Jacksonville took to social media after the incident, posting photos of what appears to be her now deceased child, saying the hospital still wouldn't tell her what happened. According to the arrest papers, McGowan also told investigators the baby had never been taken to the doctors after his birth, something Carson says is typical and usually intentional in the case of an abused or neglected child.
If a child had been in medical care, clearly they would have foreseen what the prognosis might have been if the child wasn't properly cared for, and they are obligated under the law to contact law enforcement and to disclose these issues.
Carson says in a case like this, with the alleged combination of neglect and abuse ending in the death of a child, that typically carries up to 30 years in prison. Carson also noted the fact that the abuse was memorialized, as he called it, or caught on video. A court would be more likely to go for the maximum sentence if there is a conviction. But he says cases like this don't typically go to trial. Instead, they typically end in plea deal agreements. For local coverage you could count on, live from the north side of Jacksonville, Logan McDonald, Action News.
So my thing is this. If you chicks don't want children, protect yourself. It's just that simple. Birth control. Make the dude wear a condom, you know. Display your safetyness for your sexuality. Once you do that, then men that you're dealing with will take you serious. There's no way she's not that kind of chick that she ain't going, now being promiscuous and getting around is something totally different. But when you're protecting yourself, that's a whole nother world. Or these things wouldn't happen. It's a disturbing motherfucking video. It's something I do not like to report. A child being malnutrition, being left behind, not eating, not being properly taken care of like he's supposed to, and end up dying in the process for starvation. Dealing with OnlyFans or who porn or whatever she like to do, whatever you do, whatever you women do. You brought life on earth, which is your responsibility. The intro, I know you guys want me to do the intro or whatnot, but it's kind of touching. I'm going to get straight into y'all seen enough of the intro. Let's get straight to this shit. I'm talking to you ladies directly, head on. If you know that your occupation of what you do, because you know this at heart, is what you do, then why hinder yourself? Why stop yourself by allowing someone to bust a nut in you having a child? In a lot of cases, ladies, I already know the game. It's either John, which is a guy you don't know who it is, because you move around, you pass that pussy around, and I'm not here to knock that. That's what you do. That's what you do. But there's a chance that you can run across someone you don't know who the baby father is. Or it's either a guy that went on with his life, he ain't fucking with you like that, and someone that you probably really want, and he ain't feeling you to fuck on, bitch, and you taking it out on the child. That happens. Or it's a guy that you know, and he's a straight up deadbeat type motherfucker. He knows the child, know the child exists, seen the child, probably been around the child, just don't give a fuck about the child. Or you could be the type that, what they say, Casey Anthony. read about her and I looked at a few little documentaries and shit. A chick that's so caught up into the limelight, a chick that's so caught up into fame, being into clubs and events, you want to be everywhere, and this baby is just slowing you down. It's a big obstacle that's in your way that you would like to overcome, but you can't because it's your birth. You brought that child here. So you shouldn't even look at it as no obstacle. But yet and still, let's speak the truth. Y'all looking at it as an obstacle. He's in the way, she's in the way or whatnot. Stopping me from moving along. Stopping me from doing what I want to do in life. I want to be a hoe. I want to be wild. I want to be fast. I want to be out here. And that's cool. No one is knocking you for that. I'm knocking the fact that you brought a child here knowing who you are, knowing your capabilities, knowing that you don't care, knowing that you lack the love for the child, but yet and still you allowed yourself to get pregnant. Who fucking fault is that? And I don't wish jail cells and death and all that shit on no. I'm not that type of dude because I've been to prison. I know what it is. And I've been shot. I've been in a situation where I thought I was going to lose my life. So I know what it is damn near getting ready to meet your maker just as well. You know, knocked out to a coma and bitch been through shit, you know. You see the scar over my eye. I got a scar over my eye and a scar over my, well, I got a beard, you know, but when I was young, you'll see a gash. When I didn't grow hair, you'll see a gash there. I was head on into a car wreck, you know, knocked into a coma, knocked into the afterlife, whatever. Looking down on my motherfucking body. Head straight first out of a windshield, riding with my cousin. So I seen a little bit of part of death. I was looking down on my body, bro. I wasn't under no anesthesia, no medicine, and I wasn't sedated, none of that. The doctors ain't even, the hospital ambulance ain't even got there yet. I was looking down on my body, sitting on the hood of the car, head first through the windshield. I seen what I seen. Then I look up, I'm moving. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like it transitioned, it came back down into my body, like my spirit just jumped back and I was moving. I remember that shit. So I damn near met my maker. Did time, you know? So I know what the fuck I'm talking about, man. You ladies, why are you having children when you know who you are? If you know who you are, embrace who you are. But don't bring that type of shit amongst a child. He or she don't know what the fuck's going on. He or she don't deserve that. He and she deserve to be brought into the earth properly and cared for properly by parents, properly like they supposed to. What you do on the side is what you do on the side. Don't involve your child. There should be a time and a place for everything. But when your head's so clouded up with the street life and what you want to do that's beneficial to you, then I guess you will do a little harm or do some shit to a child and put that child through. Now that child's gone. That's not right. I don't like that shit. Child ain't even got a chance to experience life. You know, the child ain't got a chance to go to school, grow up, and become what it want to become. Make choices. Had no choices. Took all that away by starving them. What kind of shit is this? What kind of world are we dealing with? What the fuck are we going through these days, fellas? Ladies? What's going on? I can't put this shit on the men's shoulders. I'm not going to say, man, you responsible for shit like this. And this is her. This is what she did single-handedly. I don't know how she was raised. I don't know what sparked and caused her to be this type of person. But you can't be so into yourself to where you neglect your child in a fatal way. I mean, come on, man. That's deadly. That's not right. You know? And this is something we all can take from and learn from, man, and try to grow as people, strengthening as, you know, like the humanity side of us shall be. You know, we're humans. You know, some of us are born with heart. Some of us are born without heart and lack compassion and everything. Some of us got it. You know, I don't know. I know one thing, man. A child, a baby, don't know anything. It got to be taught. And before it can even be taught anything, he's gone. He or she is gone. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but the baby's gone. behind your stupidity, your selfishness, and you just not giving a fuck. So like I said, I don't wish jail and death on motherfuckers, man, because I done pretty much straggle with them both, man. But a motherfucker like this should rot in jail. Fuck that. Real talk. Doing that to a baby, yeah, get the hell out of here. Throw away the key. ASAP. Fucker. Real game. It's heart touching. It's heartbreaking. It's embarrassing. It's everything and above, man. We got to do better for our children, man. That's just real talk. As adults and human beings. Like these videos, share them, and subscribe, man. It's a message. And ladies, get your shit in order. You know who you are. You know what you want to do. You know your capabilities. Embrace that, man, but do not bring your children involved. Don't intertwine that shit with them. Real talk. If that's the case, adopt them. Put them in adoption age. I wouldn't advise that. I would advise you to step it up and be a parent, be a mother, but send them off to someone that actually gonna care for them and nourish them and treat them right, educate them and teach them. Hey, if you can't do it, so I look at it. But starving them to death, I mean, that's murder to me, man. It's like fucking class A, that's top of the line. That should be capital murder. Real talk, man. Like these videos, share them, and subscribe, man. Holla.